4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, party people! Darren's got 30 years in the game, knows every technique and every tool. But when he talks, he goes so deep. You blink, it's been 10 minutes. He's got knowledge, that's a fact. But forgets we want the fast track. He's not ignoring, he just cares. Sometimes forgets who's even there. That's where Sean steps up. Cliff Notes, master tech, savvy, slick. Together they flow, detail, dream team. No fluff, no BS, just a clean stream. Thanks for tuning in, we see your name. Whether first time viewer or back again, we're here to teach, to chill, to grow. No BS, just the stuff you want to know. Subscribe to Auto Fetish Detail and shine like a pro AZ. Like, share, subscribe, that's your crew. The stream's for car care and people like you. We keep it
Okay, party people, here we have on your screen a Shine Like a Pro AZ, which is Sean's channel on YouTube. So think of Sean's channel like this. He takes my long form content and he slices and dices and puts it through his magic machine and comes up with short form content. You can think of this like the Cliff Note version of my long form videos. He is streaming on that channel. And then there's me and my channel, Auto Fetish Detail. Most of the videos are what's considered long form, where I go into great detail. Hola. 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 Señor. ¿Cómo le va? We've got Humberto already in, Sean.
Yeah, unfortunately, the restream. The reason why you're having problems to getting in, because there was a stupid update. Is I haven't been on in over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was rushing to get everything ready, and that's why right now the screen looks all messed up.
Oh.
Like, you know how, like, yeah, it's stupid thing.
Go restream.
Yeah, it's annoying. Why can't it?
We 0% endorse restream.
Yeah, I hate restream.
Yeah.
I do hate it. It's just it's a necessary evil for now until later on I can figure it out. But Humberto, thank you for joining. I know we haven't been on in 2 weeks. Darren's been busy. I've been busy. So Humberto, as you know, also I was going to say the reason I've also been busy, besides some life changes, something in my life happening right now, but also I did start a second channel and it's taking a lot of my time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes. How would you describe that channel, Sean?
Oh, it's going well. I mean,
well, I meant how would you describe the genre, the niche?
Oh, is music.
Yeah, that's nice in general. Music. Yeah. So what? Country music? Rap?
No, it's electronic. Electronic music.
Yeah, and you got some dancers. So it's all AI generated. Like as far as the
some of it is. So I would say is a combination of generated and combination of my personal touch.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I use AI every day, and so that can mean different things to different people. Meaning, you could say, "Oh, so all my content's now AI created." It's like, well, I use AI as a tool. It's kind of like saying, if you were a writer, if they used a dictionary or a thesaurus, you'd be like, oh, so it's all just the dictionary and the thesaurus then, right? It's like, well, I guess that's one way to look at it. Those are
Yeah.
tools.
Yeah.
I still have to curate it. I still have to, anyhow. So yeah.
But anyway, so I made a new video, Darren, that comes out on Wednesday,
For which channel?
my second channel,
Yeah.
and you're in it, so I think you're
Oh,
gonna like
can't
it.
wait.
I know.
Well, make sure you send me the link.
I will. Also, as soon as it comes out, it'll be coming out Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
So I'll be sure to, as soon as I get it, I'll be out of time. I'll be getting off work. I'll already be off work actually, because I'll be. So I guess I'll just say now. So
Yeah. Why don't you just let the cat out of the bag, as the saying goes?
So today is my last day in Arizona, and no, I'm not going to Iowa. I got another job offer in Texas. So I'll be going to Texas tomorrow morning. They're going to fly me out.
Oh, they are flying you out.
Well, okay, so I'm flying out tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
and I'll be doing training in Austin, which I am not excited about Austin. No offense to Austin people, but just not my cup of tea. And I'll be going there for 2 to 3 weeks. Once the training is over, the training is basically going to be done when I feel like I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
And then once the training is done, I am going to fly back to Arizona. I'm going to pick up my car and drive back.
Oh, good times. How long? How many hours is that trek?
If I do it, because if it's with somebody by myself, I can probably do it in 14 hours.
Oh, are you serious? 14 hours?
Yeah, but if
Somebody shoot me.
And that's because I'll be driving anywhere between 80 to 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Because the speed limit there, this is for the most part is 80, but there's a part in Texas where speed limit is 85.
It's really 80 in Texas?
No, in Arizona is 80.
Oh.
And Texas,
I might have known that, but if I did, have forgotten it, because I can't imagine legally being able to do 80 on the freeway. How nice that would be.
And now in Texas, there's a section in Texas where it goes up to 85.
Really?
So I'll be going 90, because as long as you go 5 over, nothing happens. So people go over.
Well, that's what people say.
I've done it before many times and nothing. In front of cops, they don't care. So I'll be doing around 80 to 90 miles an hour, and I should get there. And obviously, the only times I'll stop is to get gas and stretch, and then get back in the car. Use the bathroom, and then get back on the road and get out there. So if my plan is leaving it Sunday at 4 in the morning, and I'll probably get there like around 7 p.m. But there are 2 hours in the future, so I forgot about that. So it'll probably be 9 p.m. actually. Yeah.
So what time do you? When do you fly out? Monday, you said?
No, tomorrow, Sunday.
Sunday. When do you fly out?
8:40 in the morning, and I get there at 1 p.m. because of the time change.
Man, is it? I don't know. Was it 1 or 2 hours ahead of
2 hours?
California. 2 hours?
Well, 2 hours right now, and as soon as when the time change happens, or the daylight savings, it'll be 3 hours ahead.
Wow. That would suggest they don't do any time changes in Texas?
No, they do. They have daylight savings.
So why would it jump from 2 to 3? Meaning, because you're in Arizona, I'm referring to California.
Yeah.
So like right now.
Right now it's 2 hours.
It's 2 hours?
Yeah. But then as soon as the time changes.
If both states change the time in the same direction, why would it change? Why would it go from 2 hours to 3 hours?
Oh, okay. You're right. So I think it's 2 hours. Maybe it's an hour. I don't know. I have to check.
Well, it should be the same. If they change the time, they're not going to go in reverse.
I don't know.
So if they change the time just like California does, then it would still be 2 hours.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is right. I don't know. I've been in Arizona for too long where there's no daylight savings.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And was there not talk that California was going to kick that to the curb? I wonder if that's going to happen still.
California politicians are idiots, and I don't see that happening anytime soon.
I mean, I'm just repeating stuff I've heard where it's like, wow, they're finally going to get rid of that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be a national thing, not a state thing. But what do I know?
It's a national thing, but you know how it goes. Like California will be like, Oh wait, so the Trump
Right.
administration wants to change it. Let's keep it.
Right.
They did the complete opposite.
Yeah, the defiance
Yeah,
on the
they're
name
a
of,
bunch of rebels.
yeah,
Um,
one way to label them.
I'll switch it over to this crap right here.
So
Uh,
you said you've gotten, and when you say your other channel, you've been fielding a lot of questions. You mean you're Shine Like a Pro channel as far as wax? Because
oh
you
yeah,
said
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
about wax.
Anything auto detailing is this channel.
Okay, just verifying.
Yeah, the other channel doesn't come up at all. So because it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But I would
So
say,
recently I've been, like right now, I just currently work on my 2 websites, updating them because they've been neglected for so long. And a lot of the pages I have to do with, like for example, one of the latest pages I had to work on is how to wax, or it was the best wax for black car. And it's tough because, if you thought the industry was complicated or complex before with so many choices, now because we have ceramic coatings, and really you've got wax, you got sealant, ceramic, and graphene. And so there's like every manufacturer wants to put those labels onto every product conceivable, whether it's a car wash product, a car shampoo, whatever you want to call that, to dressings, even tire dressings, they want to add it to it. Never mind the sealants or the coatings, and some of them will call it coating, some of them will call it a spray. I mean, they just come up with endless terms, and it's so confusing. The point is if you thought it was a moving target before, now it's like 2 moving targets. It's like good luck.
yeah, I can see
So
that.
because I'm writing to a pretty big audience, it's tough because I suspect that there's plenty of people that just accept the tried and the what's that saying? The tried and tested default, which is, oh no, I want to use only a wax. I only trust a wax. So it's like, what product would I recommend?
Yeah,
And you have one of them up there, which is McGuire's like gold class. It looks like
right,
the paste
right.
wax.
Yep,
And then it looks like you have McGuire's cleaner wax in the reddish
yeah,
container.
yeah.
Yeah. And actually one of my favorite, in which seems to be less popular, and I'm not sure why, but it's Ultimate Paste Wax. And one of the distinctions is, for example, the Ultimate Paste Wax is a non-staining formulation, but I can't really verify if the gold class is a non-staining formulation, which means if you get it on your black trim, is it going to stain it or is it not?
Right. But do
Unfortunately,
you
McGuire's is not very specific in the way it labels its products that way.
do you
And to
think?
me, sorry to cut you off,
No, you're
but
good.
to me, that's a huge. I mean, obviously, based on the car, there's plenty of cars that have 0 black trim, but to me, that's a huge selling factor. I would think that they would lean into it more. What were you going to say?
Do you think that the paste is better than the liquid?
I don't know. I'm of the opinion that paste will hide the imperfections, however you want to label those imperfections, wash, scratch, spider webbing,
Yeah.
go down the list. I'm of the opinion it does hide those a little better than the liquid. But honestly, in a side-by-side comparison, because I've never done a true side-by-side comparison with the paste and the liquid,
That would be
I
a good
just
video.
know for years. What's that?
That would be a good video.
Yeah. I just know for years I used the paste wax because I could finesse it in the sunlight on hot paint. And it didn't, so when I say it doesn't stain black trim, what also that includes is that it doesn't haze up to white, like a crusty, white, chalky, like the old school waxes.
Yeah.
Any excess that you would leave in the seams, or any excess, it would dry to a white. And you'd come back a few days later and you'd kick it off with your finger or something. It would just flake into white flakes.
Yeah.
So, and the official term I think, is what they call wipe on, wipe off, WOWO, which is a silly acronym. So you can wipe on, wipe off, which means you don't actually let it haze up. So however it's formulated, it doesn't haze up to a white. Because if you think about the old school turtle wax days where
Yeah.
you'd put it on and it would haze up and dry and it would turn white, a literally like a powder, and you'd wipe it off. And yes, it would leave a nice finish to it, but it also creates this dust and powder of the white residue because all the moisture, all the water's evaporated from the formula.
Right.
So the point is I liked the Meguiar's Ultimate Paste Wax because I could finesse it in the direct sunlight, and it does say that on the label. You can use it even in direct sunlight, but it
There it is
doesn't.
it's on the screen there.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell you. All it says is a few things. It doesn't really tell you all the features of it. You have to go on the back of it. Like if
Yeah.
you go to that page and you click on a different image, and the image they'll show the labeling of it. Yeah, so there should be a different image you can click on.
Yeah, this is just a picture, so I have to go back to the.
Yeah. Are you on Amazon right there?
No, this is on Amazon.
Oh, then
One
never
second.
mind.
1 second, I'll get it out. Just keep talking. I'm gonna look.
Yeah. So the point is
There we go.
it when compared to Meguiar's Gold Class Carnauba wax, it doesn't have as many reviews. And I suspect, I guess in simple terms, that the Gold Class has just been around longer. So therefore, more people default to it and are familiar with it. And so that would serve the purpose of people that are used to wax products and they don't trust new technology. For example, they wouldn't trust a ceramic coating or a graphene. And so they want something that they're familiar with, which is a wax. So this is the one of the waxes I still continue to recommend. It's not quite big enough where I can read it.
Okay, and you need
It's
glasses.
funny. It says no fillers. Wax in itself would be labeled as a filler, by the way, because literally that is one of the goals of a wax is to fill in the imperfections of the paint, what they call the micro scratching.
Can you read that?
Yes, thank you. Out of a pay with its pure paste formula. And it's funny when you dissect the wording on this. It's a lot of words, but it's really there's no substance to it. With its pure paste formula, okay, what the hell does that even mean? We already know it's a paste, but it's pure. Okay, pure what? Pure paste? What kind of paste? You get all the actives, no fillers for maximum performance. Water beading protection that lasts. Okay, lasts how long? High gloss shine and deep reflections. Okay. Check out the body without compromising ease of use. It goes on buttery smooth and comes off just as nice, even in the sun. So there it goes. We've got one subtle indicator that yes, you can use it in the sun. Start with smooth surface clay kit, ultimate compound, ultimate polish. Yeah, so they want you to
buy the other
anyhow,
ones?
because wax will enhance what's already there. But if your paint looks like garbage, it's going to enhance, what's already there. It's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. It's like, yeah, okay, sure. I guess the pig looks better with lipstick. I don't know, but it's still pig, and you can tell it's a pig. So when your paint is trashed and you put wax over it, it's like, okay, yeah, it looks better, but your paint is still trashed. Wax isn't going to fix that. So, and then quick wax. See, I love that. And that, I believe, is probably the exact same formulation as the Meguiar's synthetic spray wax. It's just that what's it called? Yeah, synthetic spray wax. It comes in a gallon size because it's part of the Meguiar's Pro line. And that's the one I introduced to people on my channel, and I started using it on the interiors to finish like a interior detailer.
Yeah.
And I would use it right on the leather seating, the vinyl door panels, everything, because it's a non-staining formulation. So for example, click on that picture. Yeah. And can you expand it like you did the last time?
Yep. I'm already on it.
You're on it like white on rice. So let's see if this highlights the fact that it is a non-staining.
It's kind of blurry. Can you see
Yeah, it
it?
is.
I can fix it though.
Yeah, I can't. It's still too small for me to read it.
I'll fix it right now.
Shake well using a clean, dry vehicle. Mist the body panel and then wipe off. Repeat over the entire vehicle. For best results, use a high-quality microfiber towel. No shade, no problem. Can be used anywhere, even in full sun. In just minutes, get results you'd expect from a liquid or paste wax. Spectacular shine, lasting protection, and relentless water beading, all in a fast and easy to use spray. Oh, there it is. With its boy, I can't read that one word. With its
Oh,
I think it says non-whitening.
with its non-whitening formula, Ultimate Quick Wax is
Clear
clear
coat
coat
safe.
safe
It
and
can
can
be
be
used on
used in
all
all
paint
paint
types.
types. Yeah.
That's funny way to word that. In its non-whitening formula. Like, who's the copywriter that wrote this label?
Hmm.
Hola, hello, party people. Umberto, how you doing, man? Hope life is well for you.
Umberto, what do you think? What do you think is which one do you like better? Do you like a liquid wax or a paste wax?
Sorry, I'm back. Had to attend a call here.
Yeah,
Yeah, no worries.
that would be a good survey question. Which one do you
Yeah.
prefer, paste or liquid wax?
What do you prefer, Sean?
I mean, liquid wax is obviously easier, but I think paste wax, I feel like it will last longer than the liquid.
I know that's the impression I get, or that's my kind of theory. But like I said, and what I was getting at is, for example, let's say you had the McGuire's Ultimate Liquid Wax and the Paste Wax. You separated a panel, you applied one to each side of the panel, and then you asked 100 people to come up and say, okay, which side looks better? I bet most of them would struggle to figure out which side looks better. They would
Well,
stand there and look to the left, look to the right, and say, well, I don't know. I think this side looks a little better. And then half the people would say, like, I don't know. I think the other side looks a little better. So the point I'm getting at is if it's that hard to tell the difference, then it really doesn't matter. I would say then you just pick the one that you find easier to use.
I don't think this is what I think. I think that the paste wax will last longer on the car. Not the shine, but I think the protection will last longer. And also, I think the paste wax you'll get more for your buck. With the liquid, I think you go through it faster.
Yeah.
So I think
I
that
would I would definitely agree with that. I'd be willing to bet people use a lot more with the liquid because it
yes,
comes out so easily.
yes, and I bet you. And one thing I've noticed, I recently was at Walmart, and I just like curiosity. Every once in a while, when I'm at a store that sells auto detailing products,
Yeah.
I'll go check it out. And one thing I noticed is there is way more options of liquid and very few paste.
Right.
And I think it's on purpose. I think they want you to buy liquid because you spend more
Yeah,
money.
you go through it more.
Yes. So this is what I think. And I also think the pace is it more labor intensive? Yes. But I think I'd rather use paste than liquid. That's just me though.
Yeah.
To each their own.
I'm not sure if I mean the default answer is just like you said is liquid is easier, but then I think like literally I'm imagining it and I've used both and I'm thinking is it really that much easier because what's nice about the paste is that you can control it so
Yeah.
easily, meaning it's not runny. You just have the can in your hand and you just swipe and
Oh yeah. No, it's I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I use paste. I use liquid wax, but I also use paste. I
yeah.
use actually. So here's the thing. On my car, I use paste. When I did maintenance cars, I use liquid because it's faster. Because I make more
Well,
money.
based on that, what I really prefer is a spray. And then
Yeah.
that really comes in, or the debate follows that, which is okay, is a spray wax really going to last as long? But then it bleeds to me almost instantly into the topic of ceramic or graphene spray coatings. Meaning, look how many years we've been at this, at least myself. And yet there still is not a single company that can quantify how much UV protection their product is giving. Like it's something that can be measured. You know how I know that?
Yeah.
Because they do it with window tint film. There's many ways, there's many industries that measure how much, like look at sunblock that you put on your skin.
Yeah.
You know, why is there a rating system? Now you could argue how accurate it is, but yet they still rate it. And I suspect based on the ingredients they're using will determine whether you have an SPF of 20 versus 70. And I bet you could quantify it, you know, take the same person, put him out in the sun, and one arm he's got 20 on and the other arm he's got 70 on. And probably what's going to happen, he's going to get burned eventually on the arm with 20 SPF on it. So here we are with all this new technology, and the industry still does not rate the UV protection, but every single product will tell you that it has UV protection in it. So I'm just call bullshit on that in the industry, which is we just all believe the lie that they tell us.
Yeah.
I'm really skeptical that there's actually anything in there. So for example, I have done a deep dive on this when it comes to clear coats. So clear coats, there is, and I've researched these chemicals that they can add to the clear coat itself that absorb the UV lighting. It's not really about reflecting it, it's about absorbing it. So therefore, if it absorbs it, that means it's not getting through the clear coat into the color coat. So why is it that that industry can quantify it and really discuss it, but then the whole wax and sealants, they just leave it alone. They just, I'm just surprised that there's not enough pushback from the consumers where it's like, hey man, we expect you to quantify this. We want to see the results. We want this stuff tested, because you can test stuff like, you know, water beading, how many washes does it hold up to, that kind of stuff. But anyhow,
There's Umberto making his
no need to polisher to apply liquid wax. No, but polisher would make it go on quicker, more durable on its case. I'm not sure how to fully interpret that. I was a lot. All depends on the customer. Yeah, it's true. And to dissect that a little deeper, Umberto, when you say it depends on the customer, I think a lot of people would think like, oh, some customers demand this, or some customers are going to scrutinize your work more. But I would also add, while that could be true, is that, for example, I had some customers where I'm literally doing a detail on the car every single week. So I'm literally applying some type of wax to the car every single week. A lot of people would say that's overkill, which, okay, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but that's what the customer's paying for. The point is I'm definitely not going to overthink the type of wax I'm putting it on or putting on that car, because I'm doing it every single week. So durability is a much less factor than a car that I'm doing, let's say, once a month or once every 3 months. So that's what I would also add when it comes to the customer itself. Because really, I mean, at best, I had customers who would come out and say, oh, well, how long is this wax going to last? And I never really have a solid answer for them, because there's so many variables to that. One, I don't control the formulation. I've got to just rely on what the packaging itself says. You know, oh, we'll last 3 to 4 months. It's like, will it? But then there's so many other variables as to how does the customer take care of the car? Is it sitting in the sun all day long? Are they going 3, 4, 6, 8 weeks in between car washes, so the dirt sits there and starts to degrade the wax? So I don't know. It's tough.
And you talk about the UV,
that's UV protectant. Really, you've never seen a label, you've never seen a ceramic coating that says on the labeling, and maybe you're kind of simplifying your answer there, Umberto, but you've never seen a ceramic coating that says when it labels all its features of its product, like 9H hardness, far better UV protection than standard waxes, whatever. Yeah, resistant to chemicals. I feel like I've seen plenty of ceramic coatings in their many iterations that talk about all those things. They're harder, they're more resistant to chemicals or the elements of weather, as well as UV protection. But once again, are any of them going to quantify that? So far, no.
Here's on the side, Darren. Here's I just typed in best car wash and car wax. Sorry, car wax.
Yeah.
And here's a list that I came up with.
Yeah. I know Colonite. I've never tried it, but it does seem to have a lot of people that are willing to review it. And honestly, nowadays, I'm so skeptical of the reviews, like on Amazon. I've done enough research on it. You know, for example, how Amazon rates its products. It's really not very transparent. How about that?
Yeah.
And so, for example, let's just take a different industry. Let's take the supplement or vitamin industry. I find it amazing that so many people are willing to bounce back in after buying the product and trying it for a few days or a few weeks and saying, oh, it's amazing. I feel so much more energy, or my skin looks so much better. My skin looks, it's like, really? I've never once bought a vitamin or a supplement or anything like that where I could within days say like, oh my gosh, this stuff totally works. I got to go back onto Amazon and let the world know because I'm so in love with this product. It just doesn't happen. Most of it, you just hope it's working, you know. And I feel like a lot of these products with detailing, it's like, I don't know, is it really doing what it's supposed to doing? Is it really lasting 3 months, or is it really lasting up to 6 months? Is that some of these products will say, never mind the ceramic coatings, like, ooh, will last 18 months. It's like, okay, how are we quantifying 18 months? When I refer to durable on the can, is that liquid waxes after a year or so, they start separating from a paste wax, lasts on the can for a long time as well as more on the vehicle. I think what he's saying is that when these products are sitting around on a shelf,
Yeah.
the liquid waxes begin to separate. But paste waxes don't. So he's coming to the conclusion that therefore they probably last longer. And I get the logic behind that, but the only thing I would probably use as a comparison is, for example, latex paint. Umberto's old enough, he might remember, but back in the day we had oil paints. And they definitely lasted longer. And they would separate. And you'd have to mix them up before you applied them. And it just was you just accepted that. And that's where emulsions come in, is you want a clean emulsion. So for example, this is what I learned from Tom Horvath. If you think of mayonnaise, like mayonnaise can sit in your refrigerator. Even on the shelf, it'll sit and it doesn't separate because it's got a really tight emulsion, is what he called it.
Yeah.
But so, for example, if you think about peanut butter, where unless you put it in the refrigerator after you mix it up, it's going to separate. The oil is going to separate from the rest of it. So my point is like latex paint. If it sits around for long enough, it's got to be stirred before you use it. Well, latex paint is water-based. And so you think like, oh, if I have to stir this and mix it, something must be wrong with it. And I would say, well, no, it's not. It just, you just got to mix it up. So when you paint your walls, and it creates a pretty watertight barrier that is not reversible once you add water to it. Meaning you're not going to spray your walls that you just painted with water and the paint's not going to start dripping off because once it's been mixed up and you put it on the wall and all the water evaporates out of it, now that it's set. It's not going to be reversed with just water. So I'm just using that as an example with like liquid waxes. It's just because even though they separate in the bottle, I wouldn't necessarily think like, oh, they're just no good anymore. Assuming that you can mix them up and they look as they should. I think I've used some polishes that separated over time. And when I try to mix them up, they just don't mix up again. So that I would say would be a problem. Let's see. Don't worry. Many people would say this vitamin made my boner also last longer. You'll see lots buying them. Yeah. But I want to know who these dipshits are that go on and say this stuff. Yeah. Shelf life. Yep. Everything has a shelf life.
What about this stuff, Darren? What about the McGuire's hybrid ceramic liquid wax and the turtle wax hybrid graphene
See, that's
paste?
a perfect example that we were talking about earlier is that they want to use these labels on every single type of product. So here we have a liquid wax. So, and my initial response is like, okay, what is it? Is it really a wax or is it a ceramic? Or did they just add ceramic to their current wax? I'd be willing to bet that in that product, there is no literal wax in it, but yet they label it as a wax. But wait, scroll back up. So the other one, what was graphene? Yeah. So here we are now. It's like a graphene paste wax. So once again, like, oh, I mean, it's just, and every industry is guilty of it. It's called marketing and consumerism. You know, they figure out ways to get you to buy something you actually don't necessarily need.
Yeah. And then
So yes.
I was going to scroll down to the reviews of them.
Oh,
There
this
you
is
go.
on Car and Driver. We've
Yeah.
we've examined one of their articles in the past, and it was complete garbage.
Here, I just want to go through it, and then you can tell me if you agree or disagree.
Shine as you dry. So that kind of suggests that you use it while your car is wet as a drying aid.
Can you see it, or
Yeah, I mean, are you wanting me to read it? Because I'm wondering what's different about this. This might just be their old labeling compared to the other quick wax that you had pulled up earlier.
yeah, this is from 2024, last year.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that just
Oh,
because
yeah.
this article is new doesn't mean that they're talking about the newest version of the quick wax. Because if you look on Amazon,
Yeah,
the quick wax that they sell is in a completely different container than this.
right.
So it's like, why are they reviewing this old version of the quick wax? And even though it's 2024, it's like, man, Car and Driver, like, catch up.
Hmm.
Let's see, it worked well in our test. Of course, the performance aspect doesn't quite match the liquid or the paste waxes, but that's the nature of spray wax. Convenience is key. Yeah, did they really test it? Like, honestly, I'm going to say BS on that.
I think
Butter wet wax. Ooh.
I've used a version of this before, the Chemical Guys one.
What do you mean a version?
Well, it wasn't. It was a butter wax, but it wasn't wet wax. It was just butter wax.
Oh. Yeah, I wonder what the wax wet meaning. Is this to suggest that you put it on when the car is wet, kind of like you can with other products? Like, for example, I don't know for certain if Chemical Guys has both a butter wax or butter wet wax is their only butter wax, which is, once again, that's borrowing a metaphor
Oh,
from,
the wet wax is to give it a glossy look, like that wet look.
yeah.
That's what they mean by it. That's what's right. That's what they're saying right here. To give that wet look.
Yeah.
And then go to the next. This is the one that you see you've never used.
Ooh, look at this is called super double coat. Like, what a spin.
Yeah.
So does that mean that if I put one coat on, that somehow this formulation, it's actually putting two coats on at the same time? Somehow it's able to do a two coater, even though I'm only applying one coat? Like, what does that label even mean? It's so agonizing.
Oh, that's it. That's it. You're right, Umberto. That's the one.
Think you tried butter pecan? Yeah.
Actually, I think it was apple pie, but
Yeah. I mean, they probably do. Knowing Chemical Guys, they probably
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Straight out of your grandpa's garage. is a tin of nostalgia. There's something satisfying about waxing your car with the old school stuff, regardless of how good new waxes get, how new wax gets with its fancy polymers and whatnot. Put on a Bob Seger record in the background and enjoy the process. Oh, yes. How nostalgic.
Hmm.
It took us 2 flathead screwdrivers to pry open, but once the lid was off, the classic car scent made it worthwhile. You mean the scent of like turpentine? You ever smelled old school paste wax? It does. It smells very chemically, like total, not necessarily paint thinner, but something like that, like a turpentine cleaner. It's not friendly on the nose.
Look what it says there, and it says that it lasts 7 to 10 months.
Yeah. What's funny is they spelled out the word or the letter 7, but then they didn't spell out I'm sorry, they spelled out the number 7, but they didn't spell out the number 10 in months. Now, if I was the editor, I'd be like, dude, go back and proofread your own damn work because be consistent and never mind. So yeah, so based on what Call Knight claims 7 to 10 months. Of course, that's the weasel clause. Like they claim, it's like, yeah, well, I claim that it's going to grow you more hair and make your dick bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, well, doesn't mean it's going to happen. We just claim it could happen.
You know what it is? I bet you anything. It does happen in controlled environments.
Yeah, you put it on, you take it off, and you park your car in the garage for 7 to 10 months. They
Yeah,
pull it
yeah,
out and say, yep, see, it's still there.
yeah. That's the problem. It's the same thing with getting a little bit off subject. Like in cars when they sell them,
Yeah.
and they basically give a they'll say like how many miles per gallon gets.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but that's in a controlled environment. That's not
Yeah.
It all depends on weather, hot, cold, hills. So the way drive fast or slow. So
I know.
it's so
It's just
stupid.
a rough estimate,
There's,
guesstimate.
Humberto is going off in the comments.
Yeah. Now they make you think of nostalgia, and it works, man. They know how to pull those emotional triggers. It works. Turpentine. It's kerosene. That's probably the word I was looking for. Kerosene. Yeah. I mean, back in the days, the people using those waxes on PPF or overwrapped vehicles, they got burned. I've never heard that before, Umberto. I mean, I know PPF films back in the day with yellow, but I just suspected that was just because of inferior chemicals in the film itself, but I don't really know. I know the PPF of today is far superior than the PPF of 20 years ago. That's for damn sure. Emotional damage.
That's from that's a meme on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah, as an Asian guy who goes emotional. I can't do it. Let me see if I can. You gotta look it up. Just type in emotional damage on YouTube. And
Yeah.
it's hilarious. There's a story behind it where the guy said he was making a video and it actually went viral. He got a lot of views. He said it wasn't meant to be a meme, but it turned. Now everybody uses it on the YouTube channel.
Oh,
And they're
yeah.
trying to say something funny, or they'll add just a clip where he goes emotional damage. I can't do it. The Asian accent, I can't do it.
Well, I guess part of me is glad to know that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's okay. I keep up
Yeah.
with the YouTube stuff. There's a
Hey,
Juice
Juice Free. Let's go.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mr. Juice Free.
Juice Free. Just so you know, if you don't know what's going on, we're talking about waxes, and we're talking about liquid wax and paste wax, and we're also talking about like what certain people online think about what are the best waxes, which we found out that is all baloney. Not all baloney, but it's misleading. That's the word.
Yeah, there's so much marketing hype, marketing BS that they weave into their product labeling.
Oh, look, this one.
What's up first? So Juice Free saying hello to Umberto. And what page did you just bounce onto?
I'm just typing in certain sites who we think has the best car wax.
Yeah.
And here's the first one.
Super hard shell finish. Now, for example, are there links where you can then click on it and buy it from Amazon?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, yep, there it is.
Yeah, that's funny. How many reviews on this
9,000.
one?
9,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 9,000 and
Super hard shell liquid wax. That's funny. $12.
turtle wax products are pretty cheap, anyways.
They are,
Yeah,
which makes you wonder what are they selling in that package that
I,
can be so cheap?
I think it's watered down products.
Who knows?
There's Umberto.
We were talking about waxes for the cars, the nose, ears, legs, and butt. Yeah, I can't speak on all of those. I can speak on some of them.
Back to.
Back to, does that mean you have to get your back waxed, Umberto? I mean, Sean, you get your back waxed, don't you?
I don't. I'm all no natural.
You're the Cro-Magnon, Cro-Magnon man status, all natural. I prefer a razor. I don't like waxing.
Juice free like spray sealants.
Yes, as do I. I just like the spray stuff, period. Wax, they can call it whatever they want.
What is this?
As long as it makes the car look great and it's easy to use.
Have you tried this, Darren?
No.
Never heard of it.
Cherry Flash. Automotive liquid paste wax. That is funny. Is that not a direct contradiction? So it's a liquid paste wax. Like, which is it? You know, pick a side of the fence, Malco. They want to play both sides of the fence. Really, what that is keyword stuffing. They stuff as many keywords as they can into the title, so that when you do a search, they're just trying to manipulate the algorithm there, which I don't blame them. I mean, you know, there's probably like 150,000 different car waxes that you can pick and choose from on Amazon, I bet.
Yeah, it's what do you call this? It's just marketing hype.
Well, yes, but specifically that moment is, I would call, as an SEO guy, I would call that keyword stuffing, because there will be people that will type in best liquid car wax or best paste car wax. So they want to catch the full audience. So they're going to stuff the keywords into the title, liquid paste wax, because that's a direct contradiction. Why didn't they just add liquid, or they should have called it the Flash Automotive Spray Liquid Paste Wax? That's what they should have done. Oh, you know what? They should have added wax sealant.
Yeah.
So spray liquid paste wax sealant. That's what they should have called it. Easiest way to hand wax your car, lasting gloss and protection for cars, trucks, boats, and motorcycles. Yes. Talk about a lot of keyword stuffing in that title. Thumbs up, Malco. You guys nailed it. Let's see. I just go Sun Rip and Rags Ultra for spray sealants to just throw away. Okay. So I mean, I suspect you do that juice free, so you don't actually have to put them in the laundry or wash them. And is that because you don't want to contaminate your other rags? Because, yeah, I always wonder too, like how well. I really like the Rip and Rags Ultra. Look that up, Sean. I wonder if that's just a type of disposable cloth, is my guess, which I found some that I use in the kitchen now. And so now I don't wash any of my kitchen washcloths. Now I just use one, and it's disposable. I guarantee it saves me money, because I'm not having to wash and dry those stupid cloths.
Rip and Rags. Why is it? Okay.
I'm all natural. Fortunately, I don't grow hair on the back, and they don't stick out of the nose. Well, then you're an anomaly, Umberto. If you don't have nose hairs growing out your nose, I know I gotta knock my nose hairs back with a trimmer. See up in the top right, Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks like what except mine comes on a roll. Oh, if you hover on that picture, I guess it's just a roll inside. That's
Yeah.
exactly what mine looks like. The same color, except mine just comes in a roll. It doesn't come in a box. And man, I love them. Yeah. And does that reduce? Because I can't really see. Does that reduce and tell you how much it costs per sheet over in the pricing somewhere?
It just
80
doesn't.
count. Well, we could do the math pretty easily. So we'll call it $38. Where's my calculator? Let's see, 38 divided by 80. So 47, almost 48 cents a piece. I guarantee that's more expensive than the ones I bought. I'm gonna look now. I don't even know what to call them though, because let's see. My orders. Let's see. Disposable cloths. Yep, no search results found. Shoot. I don't even know what they're called. To look them up again.
They also sell different colors: gray, ice gray, blue, and white.
Yeah. Oh, I just found them.
Oh, different sizes too.
Mine's a 12 by 12 size. It's called Fantastic Clean. It's all one word. Look that up.
Okay, 1 second here.
So just spell out fantastic and then add an Lean to the word.
Oh, before you keep going, it's Brian. Brian, say hi.
Hey, Brian. How goes it? Hello, guys. So look up Fantastic Clean. Well, close enough. So yeah, see that logo? So the light gray ones. Let's see how much these are. Look at $17, and it's for 75 pieces. See how much cheaper that is?
Yeah.
So there you go, juice free. Maybe you could try those, except that's not the brand I have. Click back and go to the Fantastic Clean. Now, see up on the top. Yeah, see it's $25, but how many is that? That's a 75 pack. So the ones I buy are a little more expensive than the last ones you just. Although click back again. Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay, hover over. See, it doesn't really show it. See, mine look exactly like the Anria, the gray ones.
There's more here.
But I suspect that there's Fantastic Clean. I suspect that there's different colors you can buy. Like there's a $22 one for a 60 pack. So I don't know which one I get. I just know that they're cheaper than the one that you looked up, the Rip and Rag.
Yeah.
And what is this? Click back on, or yeah, click on. Okay, how about that top left one?
This one?
Well, that one. Yes. No, the one you just, yeah. I'm getting confused because I got my mouse hovering over us. Okay, so look at right there. So 60 pack, 8 by 8. I'm trying to think. I think mine are bigger. I don't remember. It could be 8 by 8. They're not overly big, but they're just the perfect size for the kitchen.
Yeah.
And so what are these? $18 for a 60 pack? That's pretty cheap. And literally because I wash mine out just as I'm using them, they'll easily go a week. And I guarantee I'm saving money by not having to put them in the wash machine or the dryer. Now you could say like, oh yeah, you're helping fill up the landfills. It's like, maybe everything's got trade-offs, but I can tell you is that I love them. And it says it's microfiber. The problem with microfiber when you want to use it for like, I don't know, it seems like housework, because I do use a lot of my everything is microfiber around my house as far as cleaning cloths. Once they mildew, it's almost impossible to ever wash them clean and eliminate that mildew 100%. And the moment you start adding chemicals to them, like bleach that kills mildew, then you start trashing the cloth. That's the only problem, which is why I love these. Is the moment they even hint of a sign of smell of mildew, they're in the trash. But they're lovely. But I have not tried them for any application of waxes or sealants of any kind, but I suspected they would work beautifully. Have you ever seen these, Sean?
No. Also, we
Yeah.
got a lot of comments. We can go through them.
All right. Yes, starting using Rip and Rags Ultra Soft for spray sealants, compounds, tar, anything like that. Just throw them away. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I just haven't taken them into my world of detailing, but I love them around the house. Rip and Rags from the Rag Company, also Auto Fiber. Oh, so it sounds like the world is starting to embrace this. I have not looked for them. That's the regular Rip and Rags. You want the XL. Oh, so look up Rip and Rags extra large, Sean, or you could go to that same page, and it probably has options where you can pick the color or the size, maybe the quantity.
Why does it do that?
Just keep clicking your back button till you get to the.
Oh, this is the XL right here.
Oh, this is the Rag Company though.
This
Let's
is Rip
see
and
what we
Rag.
got. Wow, $55 for 50 of them. Ultra Oh, this is calling them reusable towels,
That's kind of cool.
I guess, but I want a disposable towel because $55, man, that's over $1. Like, why not just buy the Kirkland microfiber cloths? I mean, those certainly are washable and durable.
Well,
But
Brian talked about it. Brian says the Costco ones look. So just for you saying, it's a third about they're about $1 a piece, and then Brian says cost almost as much as Costco towels.
I feel like I pay less than that for Costco towels. Actually, no, I take that back. They are. I'm misquoting myself. Costco towels, Kirkland. I think if you looked up Kirkland microfibers, man, I remember I've been buying Kirkland microfibers for so long, and I buy them at Costco. Um, and I remember it was a bundle. I don't remember how many comes in a bundle. Might be 37 claws. I don't remember, 36. But point is I used to pay like 12 something, I think, and then I remember when they went up to like $14 a bundle, and then they just have kept going up almost every year since then. I don't know what I pay for them now because it's been so long since I bought any.
Yeah, I don't see the ones that he's talking about. Just there's this one right here,
What are you referring to, Sean?
the XL Rip and Rags.
Oh,
Oh, we got some new people in here too. Let's go through the comments real quick, Darren.
all right.
So we got Brian there talking about the Costco thing. Here's Juice Free again.
XLs are about $1 a piece, but they're 70-30 X 16 by 60. Yeah, okay. Which is that's a substantial cloth microfiber. I just drive 1 minute and I get the Kirkland's microfiber towels. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Right, company has them. 70-30, Auto Fiber has them. 80-20 or 75-25. Yeah, but it seems like they're not disposable. So I'm a fan of the disposable kind, where it's like just the perfect amount of cloth that you're not worried about throwing it away after just one use. So yes, Kirkland are kind of almost disposable, but they're still good enough where you can just wash them repeatedly and then just downgrade them. I know someone over in the comments talks about that, and that's what I do. He was you haven't clicked on it yet.
No, but I'm gonna get to it now.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and microfibers are great as virgin towels, like for glass, for example, because there's just almost zero lint. And when I mean lint, I mean traced microfiber. So yes, I love a virgin Costco or
Well, no,
Kirkland microfiber cloth.
I don't think he's been on the chat before, has he?
I don't recognize it. So Chad, welcome. Pristine Auto Detailing, your LLC going on. After a few washes, I just rotate them. Yeah, exactly. That's the same system I use. I have basically 5 different grades of Kirkland towels, from virgin all the way down to they've been used and washed so many times. Now I'm just going to give up and I'm going to use them as a disposable cloth. And I'm just going to use it for some heavy duty grime that I know that I don't worry about it because it's going into the trash now. So I have 5 different categories of my Kirkland cloths. Okay, so they come in a pack of 35, it sounds like, is what Embroider's talking about there. They're like 60 cents. Yeah, it's been so long. Honestly, I tend to like bulk up on the microfiber cloths. Like when I buy them, I'll buy, like 3 packs, and it will definitely take me a while to work through those. So it's actually been quite a while since I bought new ones. I dispose them. I've even been using them for tissues this week.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you have some weird weather going on?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yes, yeah.
allergies right now in Arizona, allergies are really bad. I have a headache
Are
right
they?
now because of stupid allergies. Yeah.
No, that's a bummer. I can't say I'm prone to them, but maybe it's because I live where I live. I don't know. Pearl weave, theirs is superior to the Costco towels in every way. Do you want to try looking that up?
Yeah.
I've never heard of pearl weave. I don't know if that's a brand or if that's a type of textile, kind of like a waffle weave. Like, yeah, look up pearl weave and then rip and rags. I don't know if he's talking about 2 different products or a version of one of the products.
Oh, okay. I'm stupid. Towel.
Do you see anything that suggests pearl weave?
Oh, here we go. Pearl weave.
Pearl weave. I wonder
It's
what
right
that. Great. The industry just introduced yet another new term, pearl weave. What the hell does that even mean?
here.
Seriously, and why did they use the word or the pearl? Like, let's see. We got to come up. Let's see. Waffle weave is already taken. Waffle, something you eat. Let's figure out something that you don't eat but is special by its inherent nature. Okay, pearl. Let's go with pearl weave. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but we've looked at these already, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe that I'm surprised with them being that expensive that I don't know. There must be good enough. I'm just curious how they last because these say reusable, which suggests that you're going to need to wash them. And I'm just curious how well they last. Who knows?
I'm looking at the description.
Hey, first from Puerto Rice. Did you mean Puerto Rico?
Yeah, he meant that.
You're on all the chats. Yeah, but the question then becomes, Chad, how do you know that he's on all the chats? Because that suggests that you must be on all those same chats that he's on in order for you to know that.
He's on. Umberto's on in all the live streams from all.
Yeah, but that's my point. How do you know that? Because the only way you would know that is if you're on all the live streams also. So
yeah.
So all I'm just saying is that you're pointing the finger right back at you.
And then Brian says a pack of 36.
Yeah.
And then juice free.
Getting a text from my daughter.
You should tell her you're
Hey,
live.
Sean, what's that?
You should tell her you're live. Tell her to join the chat.
Yeah, like that's
I'm just
like she
kidding.
wants to do that.
I'm just kidding. That'd be
Yeah.
funny. I'm one of Darren's kids.
Hey, Sean, did you want to? It's a little past 7. Do you want to do a kind of hard break tonight, or
Well,
I know you've got a shitload of stuff to do?
It's okay. It's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you
It
want to do.
doesn't?
No, you can keep going if you want. There's people. It's full.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Well, we'll finish the last. I actually have something I have to attend to.
Okay. You want to see a preview of your video?
If you want to show it to us.
Yeah, it won't come until Wednesday, but you can get a sneak peek. I can end it with that.
Okay.
Okay. Let me pop it up real quick. I'm gonna go here.
All right, people, sit back, grab your popcorn.
Mm.
Sean's got a little preview for us.
Let me go over here. Okay, so
Puerto Rico. SMP Retro.
Why is it doing that? Group one. I don't want that.
Somehow I'm thinking that's not it.
No, it's this group thing is stupid. Why did I do that? Hold on. Let me do this. Let me open a new window because I got messed up.
Yeah.
Stupid thing.
Go restream.
Yeah. Let's see here. YouTube. Share screen.
Yep. Pristine Auto Detailing has his popcorn ready to go. Looks like Umberto's ready to go. He's ready for the sneak peek at the Blue Oyster Bar. Yeah. We want to watch the one where the Betty's got the big rack and the skimpy bathing suit top on.
You're listening to an SMP Retro.
Okay.
How many videos do you have up there now?
32
videos.
But look at before we go on, since you haven't seen this. Look at my engagement. It's pretty good for a small channel. 827, 959, 695. My most popular video in a month already had 16,000 views.
Wow. Trance Night Energy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's already like the channel is already
found your little niche.
Yeah, it's taking off pretty quick. So anyway, so let me go. I don't want to bore people with this. So all right.
Oh, we're not bored, Sean.
Yeah.
If you're into it, we're into it.
Okay, let me do this. Come on, go faster.
Velocity Pulse Remix, High Energy Trance, 100% original. Huh. I'm a little suspect on that title there, Sean. 100% original, huh?
100%. No one in the world has the exact video. It's impossible.
See, it's all dependent on how you want to define that term original, because in today's world of AI, many people would interpret that as that you created it on your own system.
I did.
Well, anyhow.
Okay.
Semantics.
All right. So.
Oh, yeah. So I'm dancing with a couple of underage Bettys.
Yeah.
Better that than some old age Bettys.
Let's see if the sound goes through.
You are listening to an SM.
It does not.
It doesn't?
I can't hear
I could hear stuff.
You could?
Yeah.
Oh, of course you can hear, but I can't. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. Here we go.
You are listening to an SMP Retro Original.
Ascension Drive. Apparently I haven't updated my dance moves at all. When are you going to update that, Sean?
Yeah, when are you going to afford it?
You can't hear me, can you?
I can hear you.
No. I can barely hear you. So do you get to pick out the models? Meaning, do you have to do you prompt the models, or do you just pick out from a template? Or you probably grab a picture from somewhere and then they animate them, right?
No, it's a combination of stuff. I grab pictures of people, and you don't animate them because that costs $200 a month. I do it. I animate maybe about a second or two for free, and then I edit it so there's all emotion. But
it just keeps repeats.
No, it's kind of like animation, like clay animation, where you do a section at a time. Like you move your hand a little bit at a time, and then it looks like it takes like an hour to make a person move. So
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. So like a lot of people go like, "Oh, you probably pop these videos so fast." I go, "No, I wish." So,
Yeah.
anyways, so it's weird. I can't hear anything, but as long as you can hear it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, we could hear it. I
Okay.
mean, at least I could.
Yeah.
Can't speak for our audience. Yep, I still look as silly as ever, so thank you for that. But at least I got the two bimbos next to me. Okay, so I'm going to tap out.
Yeah, this is a small preview, anyways.
Well, Sean, thank you for your efforts tonight. Good luck in your travels. Well, I should say good luck with your next few weeks in training.
Yeah. So I'll send you some pictures when I'm out there.
All right,
It's gonna
cool.
be hot and humid.
Yep, can't wait for you.
Looking forward to it. And this whole week is going to be thunderstorms.
Cool.
1 week of storms and tornadoes. So,
Welcome to Texas.
yeah. Oh, you're welcoming tornado. Welcome.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll be back on. Oh yeah. By the way, I got a laptop. I forgot to tell you before I hang up. I got a laptop to take with me.
So does that mean we're still going to be doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So every Saturday we'll be able to live stream. So I just know it's 2 hours in the future. It's same as Iowa. So
yeah.
So we'll be back on next Saturday at 6 p.m.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
All right.
Thanks for everyone joining in tonight. And we will see you guys same bat channel, same bat time next week.
All right.